This DLC's drip feed content might be the most amount of drip feed content we've ever gotten with a DLC in GTA Online. Like, I think at least half, if not the majority of the content is drip feed. There really wasn't a whole lot on launch day as much as we thought. We're gonna take a look at all the drip feed content we should get in the coming months, and we have a lot of it, as we said, much more than just cars. So first up is the vehicle showroom slash dealership. When I first saw it wasn't out on launch day, I was really surprised, just because I don't think we've ever had something that's kind of like a property slash new location be drip feed content of a DLC, and this was a surprise to a lot of people just because this is one of the biggest things in this whole Criminal Enterprises DLC, and if it's such a big part of a DLC, you kind of expect it to come out on launch day, but I guess not in this case. For those that didn't know, this vehicle showroom is actually going to be located right across the street from Record A Studios, which is a really nice area, and we've been at that building before with all the speculations we had about it, and if you were one of those people that went to that building to see what was up with it, you would notice that it actually got updated with this new DLC. So the showroom isn't out, but the building of the showroom is actually updated. Now after the DLC, if you go to it, you're gonna see all the windows are covered in like paint or something, just like a building under renovation, and next to the doors you're gonna see a reopening soon sign, so we should be expecting it soon. And people already dug in and found different screenshots of how this showroom is actually gonna look like, so credit to these people. I'll have everything linked down below in the description if you want to go check it out for yourself. Here's the first unreleased content screenshot we got. Looks like we're gonna have different model vehicles in front of the windows, and inside looks really sick with all the LED lights just lighting up the whole place. We have the Jester on the right, the Tally GTO in the middle, and then on the left window we have, it looks like some different paints for maybe the paint job or the trim color of the car, and we can also notice the mini map icon of it on the map, so it's gonna have a set icon for it just like all the different locations we have. I'm guessing they're gonna switch off between the show cars just because if there's a new car that just released in the game, they're probably gonna want to put that as the model car. I don't think it's gonna be the Jester or the Tally GTO forever. I'm curious if we're actually gonna be able to go inside of there and there's actually stuff to do inside, or it's mostly for show and we could just go up to the cars and then like press right on the D-pad to purchase them or something. Then in the next screenshot we got Simeon's dealership. So after a good 9 years of GTA Online, we're finally getting Simeon's dealership opened up for us. It's only open in GTA 5 story mode, so it's nice that we're actually getting it for online, and we're gonna have some cool functions with it as well. So we're getting the luxury autos showroom thing, and then we're getting Simeon's dealership. At least it's nice we're getting 2 locations technically. And this one, it looks like we have 5 display cars. Just like with the luxury autos, I don't think it's gonna be these exact cars that are gonna be on display. If I had to make a guess, it would make sense that it would be some of the new DLC cars on display. We know for sure, unlike with the luxury autos, we're gonna be able to go inside this dealership because it's not just cars sitting in front of the windows. And a really cool feature is we're gonna be able to test drive these vehicles for up to 5 minutes. Not sure why they put a time limit on it because we can do it unlimitedly, but with whatever car we can take it out for a test drive, which is nice. I know a lot of people have been asking that, so it's a really good addition to the game. It definitely makes a lot more sense to be able to test out a car before you want to buy it to see if it's even worth buying or not. If you want to drive it around for longer than 5 minutes, once the 5 minutes are up, you could just go back to the dealership and just test drive it again. Again, I don't see why a time limit is needed here, but at least you can take it out for a test drive as many times as you want. Now, since this is unusually drip feed content, when is it actually gonna come out? Well, it's for sure gonna come out in one of the new bonus weeks, which is every Thursday, so it could be August 4th, August 11th, 18th, and so on. If I had to make a guess, I think it's gonna come out within the next few weeks, but that's just a prediction. They might give us it sooner, or they might save it till the very end, which I kind of hope they don't do, just because it's so anticipated for everyone. We just want it to be in the game already. Real quick, if you're in need of any of these services, check out Dan Mods in the description. They offer some of the fastest and safest cash and rank services, plus modded accounts as well, for both the last gen and the next gen version of the game, and they have lots of trusted reviews by their customers. Next up is the Service Carbine, aka the M16, which I got a ton of questions in my live stream that I did. Everybody, including me, just like with the dealerships, expected it to come out on launch day, which it didn't. As we said earlier, they're really saving a lot of stuff for drip feed in this update. The weird thing with this M16 is some people just randomly got it in their inventory or just appeared in the ammunition store and then they bought it that way. There's no clear explanation as to why, but a very few amount of people did get it that way. But for the big majority of us, we can't get it, and that is because it's drip feed content. Now, there's a post going around on how to get the rifle. You have to go to different locations to find the components components of it, and that way you unlock it, but only when it actually releases in game, then you could do that little challenge slash treasure hunt to unlock the rifle. So just to clear up that confusion, the M16 is not yet in the game. It is drip feed content too. Moving into a very hot one, which are just the vehicles that we're waiting for, and we have a good amount of them. We have definitely a lot more than we usually do. We can kind of see the release order of them since we can see what they look like on the websites, but not exactly, since Rockstar could pick to release a vehicle from Legendary Motorsport and then from Southern San Andreas and then from Southern San Andreas again and vice versa. Maybe the one from Benny's as well after that. So we don't exactly know the order, but we have a good idea of it. We know which vehicle is gonna come out after which on the same website. We can see the exact prices of them as well, which is awesome. So starting with the Legendary Motorsport vehicles, we have a very exotic looking Mercedes. It is going to be called the Benefactor SM722. It is going to be classified as a sports car, and it's going to be priced at $2,115,000. Not the most expensive, but still pretty hefty. Then we have the Obey 10F, which is the long-awaited Audi R8. I'm personally really excited for this one. It is an awesome looking car, and it's priced at $1,675,000, which gets me a little worried, I'm not gonna lie, and I'll tell you why. Just cause the game got so expensive with inflation and everything, and I feel like if it actually performed well, it would be priced at like at least $2.3 million. So I am skeptical about the performance of this vehicle. I don't think it's gonna be very good in races if it's priced at under 1.7 mil. Maybe I'm wrong though, who knows? Maybe it's gonna be a great value, like let's say the Wagner for example, which is like 1.5 million. But if I had to make an unfortunate prediction, I don't think the performance is going to be all that great on this vehicle. I might still have to buy it, let's be honest here. Now the 10F is also going to have a Benny's version, which is really cool. You can also buy it on the Benny's website, and then when you drive it into Benny's, obviously you're going to have the Benny's upgrade, which is going to be a bit more money. Let's see how the regular version is going to look compared to the Benny's version. I'm curious. Then moving to the Southern San Andreas website, which is where the majority of the drip feed cars are going to be. We have a good 6 of them. So the first one is the Drager. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name too hard, but it's gonna have a trade price of 1.4 million and a buy it now price of 1.87 million, which is definitely pretty hefty, especially for an off-road vehicle. So it might be a really good off-road vehicle. It kind of gives me Tesla truck vibes. After that one, there's the Ruiner ZZ8 for $1,320,000, and after that one we have the almighty Camaro, which is long awaited by a ton of people. Alongside people asking where the M16 is, the second most asked question was where's the Camaro? When's that going to be coming out? So here it is. It is going to be just under $2 million. So we're expecting it to be a really nice car. It already looks great, so hopefully the performance matches that as well. In game, it's going to be called the Declasse Vigero ZX. Then we have the Conjo SJ for 1.37 million with a trade price of just above $1 million. The Postlude with a trade price of $982,000 and a buy it now price of just above 1.3 million. And the final one looks to be a BMW SUV, the Reinhardt, which is going to be $1.6 million. It's actually going to be a sedan, not an SUV. It kind of looked like an SUV for a sec. Along with these, we're going to have new types of game modes, also some masks and clothing, and some stuff that has to do with Halloween, but we'll cover that in a future video when we actually get closer to Halloween. And now if you want to see me ranking all the new DLC cars that came out on launch day from worst to best, click the video on screen now. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.